Hi students, today we're going to read Behind the Bulk by Kate Bailey. It's on page 201 of our textbook. Every time he passed a mirror, Craig flexed his muscles. He wanted to look insanely big, like an action figure. When I walked into a room, I wanted heads to turn, he says. People did notice Craig's 225-pound, 5'9" frame. But what they didn't see was the physical damage and psychological turmoil going on inside. The story behind the bulk was 5 years of steroid abuse and a struggle with muscle dysmorphia. Muscle dysmorphia is a condition in which a person has a distorted image of his or her body. Men with this condition think that they look small and weak, even if they are large and muscular. It all started when Craig was 18. Before a summer trip to Orlando, Florida, he was feeling overweight. He wanted to look good, so he resolved to get fit. Running on the treadmill, he slimmed down fast, losing 20 pounds in a month. But lean wasn't Craig's ideal. I wanted people to say, "That guy's huge." He lifted weights and experimented with steroidal supplements, also called dietary supplements. These drugs promise to build muscles. Despite potential risks and unclear effectiveness, they can be bought legally over the counter at many stores. But what Craig was looking for couldn't be bought in a store, so he turned to anabolic steroids. Anabolic steroids have some legitimate medical uses when taken under a doctor's supervision. But to use steroids for muscle building in a healthy body is illegal. This didn't stop Craig. Neither did the many grim potential side effects. Craig thought he knew exactly what he was getting into. Like 4% of high school seniors and an estimated hundreds of thousands of adults, he took steroids anyway. Craig's appearance was that important to him. The scale was my enemy. Every pound meant so much to me, he says. Craig constantly compared himself to others. He drove his friends and family crazy, asking, "Is that guy bigger than me? What about that guy?" He never had complete satisfaction. Some days I'd be arrogant, wearing shorts to show off my quads. Other days I'd be a disaster. On those days, I'd have to wear big, baggy clothes. Craig's steroid use escalated over time. He had begun by taking oral steroids, pills exclusively. But when he heard that injectable steroids were more effective, he overcame a fear of needles. At his worst, he was injecting 3 to 4 times and taking 10 pills a day. The drugs took their toll. Craig's hair fell out. Acne popped up all over his back. His face swelled. Then, something even more serious happened. He started having chest pains. How weight training builds muscle. Muscle fibers contain long myofibrils, which are made up of strands of protein. When you lift weights, the protein strands get larger. This causes the muscle fibers to expand. Muscle before training, protein strand, myofibril, muscle fiber. Muscle after training, protein strand, myofibril, muscle fiber. Craig was having other problems too. Craig, then 25, was screaming and yelling at his wife a lot. Ultimately, his marriage ended. He lost a custody battle over his 1-year-old son, Jake. Craig's wife said that Craig couldn't see their child until he passed a drug test. That was the moment when everything changed for Craig. He knew he had to quit. On Father's Day, Craig went cold turkey. He knew he needed help, so his parents found him a psychiatrist who treated him through the better part of a year. Today, Craig's priorities have changed. He still wants to be a head turner, but for a different reason. Now I'd rather be walking into a room with my son and have people thinking, wow, he's the greatest dad in the world. Steroids can cause baldness, mood swings, acne, heart attack, stroke, stunted growth, liver cancer, tumors, cysts, and kidney damage.